Many people believe that blood is thicker than water, the truth we are taught since birth. But if that is true, why do so many people decide to run away from their families? They do not just get angry for a few weeks. They completely disappear from their lives. No birthdays, no holidays, no family gatherings. Just complete and absolute silence between them. You might think this only happens in extremely toxic or abusive households. But that is not exactly true. Many families look absolutely perfect from the outside. They post beautiful photos on social media and host happy backyard parties. Yet, behind closed doors, there is emotional manipulation and silent, invisible pressure. This pressure slowly suffocates the family members for years until they cannot take it. Until one day, they suddenly say enough, pack their bags, and leave forever. Psychologists suggest that cutting off family is rarely an impulsive, sudden decision. It is actually a deep, complex survival mechanism that develops over a long time. In this video, we will explore what truly happens inside the brain of these individuals. If you are struggling with guilt or trying to understand a loved one, this is for you. Welcome back to the channel. I am Apex, and let us begin our deep dive. When a child decides to pack up, block contact, and walk out the door, parents are shocked. They will tell others that the child suddenly became a completely different person. They claim everything was normal yesterday and blame it on a tiny, single argument. From the outside, it looks unreasonable, but we call this the volcano effect. A volcanic eruption only seems sudden to the people watching from a safe distance. They never paid attention to the deep, silent rumbling happening deep underground. Lava does not appear overnight. It builds pressure and heats up for decades. When the mountain finally explodes, the trigger might be a tiny, insignificant shake, but it is actually the final drop of water that makes the cup overflow. Family estrangement works in almost the exact same way over a long period. The final break does not come from one single, shocking event in their lives. It comes from a slow process of erosion caused by repeated microtraumas. So, what exactly are these microtraumas that slowly destroy relationships? They are not physical blows, but invisible scratches that happen repeatedly. It is the sarcastic, mean joke made at every single family dinner table. A parent saying, "Oh, so you finally found a job," implying you were useless, or saying they thought you planned to live off your parents forever. It is gaslighting, telling you that you are being way too sensitive. They claim they were only joking and that the event never actually happened. They make you feel like you must have imagined the entire conflict. It is also the constant pushing past your clearly stated personal boundaries, like a mother who rearranges your closet without ever asking for your permission. Imagine this. Or a father who calls you 5 times a day while you are busy working. They get deeply offended if you do not immediately pick up their phone calls. One sarcastic comment will not destroy you, but thousands of them over years will. That will literally change your brain. Listen to your body. Your stomach twists into painful knots whenever you see a text message from them. You sit silently in your car, taking deep breaths just to walk inside the house. You shrink yourself, hiding your true personality just to keep the peace. Your body falls into a constant state of fight or flight response. When the nervous system is overloaded for too long, cutting contact is survival. It is not a punishment. It is an attempt to save the last healthy, rational part of yourself. The famous psychologist Carl Jung once talked about the concept of the persona. The persona is the social mask we wear to fit into society. In a healthy family, you can safely take that mask off. But in a dysfunctional family, the home becomes the harshest stage of all. There, your real, authentic identity is absolutely not welcome or accepted. Instead, you are assigned a specific role from the moment you are born. Let us see if you have been playing one of these 4 tragic roles. Role number 1 is the golden child, who must always be perfect. This child represents the parents' unfulfilled dreams and their ultimate pride. They are the star athlete or the straight-A student heading to Ivy League. Their parents carry them around like a golden trophy to show off to others. It looks perfect, but the golden child carries an immense, crushing pressure. The love they receive is highly conditional, based entirely on their achievements. They learn a bitter lesson. I only have value when I am winning. They sacrifice their mental health, chasing careers they secretly hate, just to please. They become doctors or lawyers, just to keep the parents' perfect illusion alive. Role number 2 is the scapegoat, the family's emotional trash can. Whenever the family has a conflict, they dump all their anger onto this child. This child often has a very different, unique personality. Maybe they are the artistic one in a family of strict engineers. Or perhaps they are simply the most sensitive soul in the entire house. Ironically, the scapegoat often sees the family's toxicity the most clearly. They are usually the first ones brave enough to seek professional therapy. They point out how unreasonable and unhealthy their parents' behaviors truly are. Because they dare to speak the truth, they become a thorn in the system. Role number 3 is the lost child, who chooses to be invisible. To survive a loud, chaotic home, this child decides to disappear completely. They hide in their room playing video games, never making any noise. They hide in their room They learn that drawing less attention to themselves keeps them safe from anger. As adults, they become independent to the point of extreme, painful isolation. They carry the deep belief that their very existence is a heavy burden. Role number 4 is the parentified child, forced to grow up too fast. This happens when parents are emotionally immature and cannot handle their lives. A mother might treat her young daughter like a best friend and therapist. She dumps heavy adult worries, financial problems, and relationship issues onto the child. This child is completely robbed of their precious, innocent childhood years. They grow up believing that love means constantly rescuing other people's emotions. No matter your role, the price is always the same: losing your true self. The moment you refuse to play the role, the system reacts violently. So, cutting contact is actually resigning from a role that was slowly killing you. Why do people endure decades of pain before finally deciding to leave? The answer lies in a powerful psychological trap called trauma bonding. The truth is, toxic families are rarely toxic 100% of the time. If parents were always cruel, leaving would be a simple, easy choice. But the real, confusing problem is the constant, unpredictable inconsistency. Mixed with days of manipulation are sudden moments of shocking warmth and love. You have a massive fight, but the next morning they make your favorite breakfast. In behavioral psychology, this addictive mechanism is known as random reward. It is the exact same reason slot machines in casinos are so addictive. You keep pulling the lever, hoping that next time you will finally win. Your nervous system gets stuck in a toxic, endless loop of stress and hope. You tell yourself that if you just try harder, they will finally love you. But it is like carrying a bucket to an empty, dry well. Every single time you pull the bucket back up, it is completely empty. Cutting contact happens when you finally realize this well has no water. You understand that continuing is just an act of painful self-destruction. We must also look at this through the lens of intergenerational trauma. Your parents were raised by a generation that only focused on basic survival. They did not have the language or tools for mental health and boundaries. But understanding their pain does not mean you must endure their abuse. The cycle of trauma officially ends when you decide to prioritize your healing. You will begin to build your chosen family, the people who truly support you. Thank you for watching. Remember, you deserve peace. And you are not alone. Please like, subscribe, and share your story in the comments below. See you next time.